Are you finding that sickness is creeping up? It's past half term, we're in that bit between the half-term break and the Christmas break, and actually sickness just seems to be on the rise. And whilst there will absolutely be genuine sickness, and I suspect there isn't a whole lot of non-genuine sickness, it's hard work on you and the team because you're all having to do that much more to keep the school running for the children, because unfortunately some people aren't well. So there are various things we can do about this, but one of the best tools that I've seen leaders use is analysis. One of the problems with sickness is our reaction can be very emotional. Depending on how well rested we are, how tired or well we're feeling, we can be understandably frustrated when someone tells us they're not going to be in today because they're ill, or they're not going to be in for the week. And we go into problem-solving mode, and we have a range of emotions kick in. Now, emotions are brilliant in some places, but the antidote to emotions is analysis. And analysis gives us the power to understand what's really going on under the surface. So analysis can take a number of forms. You can use tools like the Bradford Factor that help see if the sickness level for a person in your team is particularly high. And this is very useful if there are kind of random days of sickness. It also helps point out if there are any commonalities, like particular days they seem to be off sick. Yeah. That's a free tool that you can get online, the Bradford Factor, so do check that out. You yourself can do a simple spreadsheet analysis where you're looking at the reasons for sickness, who is sick. Your systems might already produce this for you, in which case great. And really what you're doing is you're going, what information have we got and what is it telling me? I found when I'm working with head teachers, they might be talking about a particular reason for absence, like childcare. And this is a really big thing and it feels like a major issue. But when we've done analysis, actually childcare wasn't the biggest issue. It was something else like sickness with a couple of members of staff that actually perhaps didn't need to be quite as bad as it was for various contextual reasons. So whilst emotively their thoughts went to childcare, when we looked at the data, it showed them actually our energy is better spent here. We would reduce sickness significantly if we can improve these key areas with a couple of individuals. So analysis is a really powerful tool, and I know you know that, but I think with sickness we can sometimes forget it, like I say, because it can trigger emotions. We've got to do problem solving. It makes us all busier. So taking that moment, step back and go, okay, what patterns have we got, can really help unlock more effective solutions, or sometimes help us understand that in some instances it really is what it is, and people will get ill and need time to recover, ourselves included, although I know as school leaders you are incredibly resilient and typically not ill for at least a decade. So keep that up, share some of that magic. If this tip has been helpful to you, then sharing is caring. Share it with colleagues and friends in your school and others, and make sure you are signed up to receive these tips every week. I'm Sonia Gill, the CEO of Heads Up, and we specialise in helping you move your school from good to great by creating higher performing teams.